So good morning, all of you. It's very nice on a Sunday morning to see each one of you at, joining us for this special session at 10:30 in the morning, which clearly shows that some sincerity about your own career is very, very high. That's what I believe. Thanks, Shreyash Jadhav. Mahesh is saying no audio. Pratap, ek baar dekh lena. He might have to join and help him that way with a personal message. Mr. Manu Abraham has introduced me. My name is Arks. As he has introduced, I head the MBA division for Career Launcher across the country and spend time mostly in Delhi because that's our headquarters. I'm an alumnus of IIM Calcutta and an engineer myself, but I love spending time with students, mentoring them and trying to get them to the IIMs and other top B schools. Manu has been an educator for the last so many years. He is the director at the CL Pune office. He takes care of all the offices in Pune, and along with his team, I think he has kind of made Career Launcher almost number one in the CAT and the law domains as we go along. Today, since we have today is 28th of June, my friends. 29th of November is the CAT exam, and IIM Indore is supposedly conducting it. In fact, there is already news available on the same front. So the first question everybody asks is, are the 5 months that we have, and exactly 5 months to the day, are they enough? Are they enough to get through this supposedly very, very difficult exam called CAT? Now here is where between the two of us, probably Manu, you can add anything that I am missing in this particular discussion as such. We will prove to you that, look, it is not at all difficult if you start seriously right now. You have more than 3,600 hours from today to the 29th of November. And if you can give about 400 to 450 hours of this preparation time for CAT, even if you are starting today, you have a very good chance of making it to the best of the B schools. Yes, if you want to go to an IIM Ahmedabad or a Bangalore or a Calcutta, and if you have not so great 10th, 12th degree scores, you will need a higher percentile, no doubt about it. But then another few hours of preparation can get you that. But the most significant part, and this is where I kind of really try to encourage students, is to start. If you don't start, you will never be able to get wherever you want to get it. Those of you who are thinking that yaar ye COVID hai, to kya ho sakta hai? I mean, does it even make sense to do an MBA? Please notice, whatever may be the situation of COVID, whatever may be it will end by next March for sure. Whatever it is, there will be one vaccine or the other before the end of this year, or if in the worst case scenario, it will be before the financial year ends. But this is the reason why you need to start preparing for yourself next year. When you write this exam in CAT 2020, which is your November, you will be getting into an MBA college only in June, July 2021. By then there will be no COVID. More than anything else, and this is what we will talk about, that by the time you graduate in 2023 or you graduate in 2024, those of you are thinking of the next year CAT also, you will find that the bumper placements that everybody wants, the salaries, the high salaries and the growth that everybody wants will be there for the asking if you graduate in 23 or 24. And that is the reason why I would like you to kind of make sure that you are ready for the exam itself. Okay, with that, let's start What is the agenda today, guys? I'm going to spend a little time on the agenda. We will talk about the pandemic and MBA. We'll talk about what are the various exams that you might have to write. We will look at certain goal setting. Once you have this goal setting, a little bit of understanding of the CAT, and lastly, what should you prepare? Once you understand the CAT, what should you prepare? How much should you prepare so as to kind of really be ready to get into an IIM or any of the top schools is going to be our agenda today in the next 35 to 45 minutes. In addition to this, of course, if there is anything else that you ask, you can use the chat window to keep asking questions. Mr. Manu and myself, both of us will try our level best to the extent of available possibility to be able to answer these questions. Okay, but before I look at the pandemic, before we look at pandemic versus MBA, let's look at what are the colleges that one has to look at, whether in India or abroad. If you look at India, if you want to take up an MBA from India, the kind of the exams that you need to write are quite a few of them. But the main exam that one has to write is, of course, the CAT exam. The CAT, the XAT, the IIFT, the NMAT. The NMAT has changed with 36 questions into 3 sections, SNAP and various other exams. Those of you who are in Pune, obviously all of you are in Pune, can you even look at Maharashtra CET, which is for JBIMS, KJ Somaiya, SIDNEM, the Linker MMS programs. When you're thinking of abroad too, you might have to write an exam in GMAT, GRE, or there are certain colleges in France and Spain which also take the CAT scores. Very interesting. And they are all the top 10, top 15 schools in Europe. Top 10, top 15 schools in Europe. So when you prepare for this exam called CAT, trust me, you will be ready not just for the IIMs, but for many other institutes also. And therefore, I think it is time to prepare. That's what I'm saying. And here is what I was talking about, the pandemic. This is the time to invest in yourself. Lot of us give lip service to improving our skills. At this stage, what I would like you to do is invest, and very, very clearly invest in yourself. When I'm saying invest in yourself, invest in building your career through an exam like CAT or anything else. And very, very clearly, guys, whether you like, without any doubt about it, there will be a recovery in 90 months. Any recession that you look at it, whether it is 2008 recession, 2001 recession, or even prior to that, 18 months the recovery will get happen. Definitely, you can tell you 18 to 19 months is all that is required. 18 to 19 months is all that is required to get out of this recession. Today we are talking about 18, 19 months. That means to say when you join next year, there is enough and more time for you to be able to, get into the right kind of schools, as well as reap the benefits of post-recession growth. But I think we keep saying that it's pandemic is whatever the reason might be that COVID is gone. But let me tell you, you'll have to start for yourself. You'll have to start for yourself in terms of what kind of an outlook you need to have. And this is something I always have said. It doesn't matter whether you're getting into it this year, getting into next year, or getting into it the year after. An MBA in any year is going to be good. There are 3 reasons. I'll give you why an MBA is good, whether recession is there or no recession. The first reason, and I've always said this and lots of people realize this, is the basic salaries. You need to realize this, salaries are not general. I mean, people will not give you salaries just for the heck of it, guys. Unless you are giving some value out of it. And the top 50 business schools in this country have more than 10 lakhs per annum average salaries, including in this year in 2020 when things are going bad. But if I look at the top 10 schools, it is more than 20 lakhs. The top 10 schools include the 6 IIMs, FMS, XLRI, SPJ, and MDI, probably NITI and IFT too. So we are talking about, that's 12, 13, and JBIMS too for that matter, that 13, 14 schools have more than 20 lakhs per annum average salaries when you graduate. Forget about average salaries for a moment. One of the most interesting things, see, averages are very, very misleading actually, if you ask me. But here is what I am saying. In the top 50 B schools, in the 50th B school also, the last guy who get a job, and about 12,000 seats are, the last guy will get a 6 lakhs per annum job. Absolutely the last guy. And this year in 2020, in IIM Ahmedabad, the person who got the, out of the 400 students, the guy who got the last salary, the least salary was 16.8 lakhs. Just realize this. 16.8 lakhs for the last guy. I'm not talking about average. Averages can be very, very misleading as such. But all I'm going to tell you is, forget about this. Even the last salaries is good, and there is not for nothing that they give you. The kind of learning that you get in an MBA is what makes it really useful kind of things. And the second reason why somebody has to look at is clearly the growth. It is not just the first salary that matters, it is also the growth over the next 15-20 years of your career. And take my word for it, when I've been looking at for more than 20 years, the average growth rate for an MBA is 20% CAGR. If you look at in software, the average growth is 4%, 5% in software. Whereas for an MBA, in the 15-year, 20-year horizon, it is 20%. 20% is huge, guys. 20% is huge. And that is what you need to realize, that there is a value in this. There is a serious value in MBA. And the third reason, and this is one of my best reasons why I would look at an MBA, is flexibility. You may be today in software, you may be in sales, you may be in finance, you may be in something else. You want to go into finance, you want to go into marketing, digital marketing, business analytics, whichever area you want to go into. If there is one course or one degree that will help you traverse, it is this. If there is one course, one degree which will help you traverse industries, it is an MBA. You can even change the entire domain. My friends like Amish Tripathi and Chetan Bhagat, and they are my classmates. Chetan Bhagat is my batchmate in IIM Ahmedabad, 1997. And Amish is my classmate in IIM Calcutta in 1997. These guys, despite being, one guy is a BCom, one guy is an IIT and finance for 7-8 years, they wanted to transition to writing. I'm giving you one example, but there are tons of examples. There's another classmate of mine who worked with me in Maruti Udyog Limited as a sales guy. Today, he is the senior director at CRISIL. CRISIL is a finance company, completely different. I think this ability to shift, and it's not always, at least in the first 10 years of your career, 10, 15 years of your career, you can make these shifts. And that is the power of an MBA. That's the power of an MBA. So don't worry about when should you write. First decide that you have to write this exam. Once you know this, it becomes that much more easier to realize. Okay? Wonderful, Aishwarya, that you're able to hear. Part of it, where I am saying is, whatever the condition may be about the economy, do not worry about it. In the long run, MBA is going to make a huge difference, and therefore start preparing for it. But can you get into any MBA, or are there certain MBAs that you need to look at? You may have your profile, and that is what we will look at it very quickly kind of things. Very quickly, we will look at it. And that is, I start coming down to the goal setting part of it. When I'm saying each one of us have to look at a goal. What is the goal that you have? Each one of you have will depend on what is the test score you get and what is the profile score you have. And what is this profile? We'll talk about it in a minute again. This profile is nothing but your 10th class marks, 12th class marks, degree marks. If at all you have a work experience, you diverse background if you have. For example, IIM Ahmedabad gives more value if you are, let's say, an NID student, or in Pune, if you are from Srishti school, design school, you will have a better chance than, let's say, if you are an engineer from a COEP or AIT kind of things. Fair enough. So what? If you are an engineer, so what? We will live with it. But I'm saying you need to develop your profile score. But profile alone will not help. You might be 99 in 10th, 99 in 12th, and 90 plus in engineering or degree. If you don't get a basic test score, you will still not make it. So, if you have committed sins in the past of 10th, 12th, you will have to make up for that. CAT, XAT, GMAT, and all these exams are that conduit, that path to kind of get you there. That is the path to get you there. And that is the reason why. I think it doesn't matter how bad you are. In fact, lots of people ask this question, sir, my profile is bad, so what can I do? I can't get into an IIM Ahmedabad. So, big deal. IIM Calcutta will take you, IIM Shillong will take you, IIM Ranchi will take you, or an IMDI Gurgaon will take you. Not doing an MBA because somewhere in your life you have committed sin is like continuing with the next 50 years in a very, very mediocre level. Don't do that. The first level is cross the test. But even the second level, in fact, those of you who have 1 year gaps, 2 year gaps, backlogs, doesn't matter, or doing very ordinary jobs. When you go into an interview, they're going to ask you these questions. It is not going to be a hindrance, but in the interview, can you defend yourself well? And it's an honest defense. I was talking to Professor Hrishikesha Krishnan. Hrishikesha Krishnan is a professor designate, director designate of IIM Bangalore. We had a conversation like this on a Sunday, where lots of students also joined for this conversation with Professor Krishnan. One basic question I asked him, sir, do you really reject people who do not have work experience? He said, of course, no. Then I said, sir, do you really, how do you see people when they have a gap of 1 year or 2 years in post their degree or post their 12th and degree? He said only one thing. Ops, we don't care about those things. Of course, we care partially, but it is the individual that matters, the person, the girl or the boy. How sincere, committed, and focused is that person is. Whatever may be the sins of the past will happen. The past is over. Have you learned from the past? That is what they're looking at. Can you show evidence that you have learned from the past? And one evidence that you can show is getting a very good percentile itself. Because please understand, 2 lakh people write the exam. This year it will be less, by the way, CAT 2020. So there is a much better chance of getting into an IIM this year than any other year in the recent past. But if you can prove that, look, I have put in effort, and while doing a small job or an NGO or an internship, I have done this too, I think they'll give you the value for this. So try to get into a dream job, and each one of us has our own maze to live with, wherever we want to go. This maze depends on what my aspiration levels are. When I'm saying, you need to have your aspiration goals, but not all of them you can get through. Similarly, you will always have certain schools which are matching your current profile, whatever the profile is. Subhashish, that is always going to be happening in India in general, Subhashish, that the number of people doing nothing and thinking of writing next year is always higher, because they're afraid that they will, it's a false decision making, Subhashish, day. When somebody is asking why there will be less number of people this year, it's because of the kind of a unfortunate mentality of Indians. Exactly reverse will be your Europe and US. It is going to be that much more difficult to get into a US B school next year, because everybody is going to fight for this when they lose their jobs. In India, people are fearful. Can you be different? If you are different, you will start getting it much more. Guarantee. That's my guarantee. Because I've seen that in 2000, 2004, I've seen that in 2008, 2012, and I've seen that in 2014, 2015, and now I'm going to see it in 20 and 21 too. You will have to decide the aspiration levels that you have. You will have to decide the matching profile that you can get. Finally, it also depends on what is your probable test score. You will keep pushing to get a higher score. And that is the logic. So there will be your test score, your aspiration and profile, all three will match. This is your safe bet. This is your safe bet. But if you want to go to a higher aspiration school, even though your profile score is good and your test score may not be good, that is where you need to push harder to get yourself to get those better schools. Of course, if you don't get it and your aspiration or you may not get into your aspiration schools, but you should also have a backup scores. And lastly, unfortunately, there'll be, for example, somebody has a 65% in engineering, for example. He or she cannot get into IIM Ahmedabad because they take 71 or 72% as the bare minimum in degree for an engineer. BCom will be better off. BBA will be better off. But if you are an engineer, you have to live with it. So hard luck. So be it kind of things. Okay. So the idea here is, can you, and you will not know it today. As we go along, each one of you will kind of make a decision which will help you to figure out the right school for yourself. The right school for yourself. Fair enough? So if you can understand the safe bet, the backups, and the target score, I think you will be ready for this exam. I'll be ready for the entire thing. Okay. The interesting thing is the cutoffs, individual cutoffs are not very high for any of the top IIMs. The individual cutoffs are not very high, but the overall cutoff will be very, very high for some of these institutes, especially if you are a GEM. If you are a GEM, that is the General Engineer Male, for IIM Ahmedabad, you will need a 99.7 percentile. For if you are a General Engineer Female, you might need a 99.3 only. If you are a BCom, you may, or a BBA for that matter, you might need only a 98.5. Or if you are from NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Technology, or the BA in Fashion Technology kind of thing, you might just need 90 percentile also. That depends on the profile I told you, but the bare minimum will still be required. The bare minimum will still be required. BSc is similar to your BCom, Chinmay. BSc will be equal to this thing, but it will still be less than engineer, and that is what the value is. But again, one interesting thing I can tell you. For example, I am Indore. If your 10th and 12th are very good, this is for, I don't know how many girls are there in this session, 10th and 12th together, 74% weightage. 74% weightage is 10th and 12th. 6% weightage is if you are a girl. 6% weightage if you are a girl. And CAT is 20% weightage. Now let me explain what is this. Let's say somebody gets 150 out of 300 in CAT, marks wise. I'm talking about marks wise. Actually, let me put it this way. If you get 180 out of 300 in CAT, this is 99 point approximately 9 percentile. What does this mean? This is 60%. 60% of 100. So out of 20%, what will that person will be? 60%. 60% is on 100. This will be 12 marks. So the person who gets, giving you approximate number, a person who gets 99.9 percentile in CAT gets 12 marks out of the 20 weightage. A person who gets 99 percentile is about approximately 150. I'm taking 150 for a simple sake. This is 50%. That is out of 20, that guy gets 10 marks. And a person who gets 95 percentile is 120 out of 300, that is 40 percentile, 40%. 40% of 20 is 8 marks. Now, all you girls, just to understand this, if you have the same marks as a boy in 10th and 12th, if you are a girl, you are better than a student who gets a 99.9 percentile, even if you get a 95. Because at 95, you are getting 8 marks, whether that poor boy is getting 12 marks. Because you are a girl, you get 6 extra marks. You are going to be better than the 99.9 percentile guy. In fact, this year in both in IIM Kozhikode and IIM Indore, you will find more girls. Those boys who want to find matches, you should go there also. I'm sorry. I mean, if you are interested, that is. Really. MCOM is same as BCom, Shubhangi. MCOM is same as BCom. BCom, I already told you, Chinmay. I mean, why are you asking so many? Okay, this is different Chinmay. Oh my goodness, we have two Chinmays. Disale and Kosavi. Fair enough. Those of you who are girls, do we have girls in this thing? They are not getting through. I am Indore to ho hi nahi sakta, and 20 plus lakhs is what you're talking about. If your 10th and 12th are good. You know, many a time, pharmacy is going to be slightly less than, more than BSc kind of things, Vaishnavi. Similar kind of thing. Again, let's not get into individuals. What I'm trying to explain to you is, why would you even, just because, while I know that 95 percentile is enough for, let's say, an IIM Indore for a girl with a very good 10th and 12th, when you are preparing, you will obviously want to prepare for a higher levels. Try doing that is what I'm saying. Don't try to look at only just about getting the correction. Try to do it much more than that, and that is where probably we can help you. 90 plus Ravani. 90 plus percentile or 95. For example, 10th you might have to have a CBSE 95 or 95. That is what really, really value will be. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, if you know that there are individuals, if you know that there is a possibility of getting into some of these institutes, whatever your background may be, you will try for. BSc Agriculture will be slightly less than BCom, that's all. It's again the 98-99 percentile range. But again, Sanisa Venikar, Vaishnavi, Shubhangi, Chinmay, all the Chinmays, thoda sa usko, what I'm trying to explain is, try understanding that whatever the profile that you might have, you have a chance to. For example, if you are BSc Agriculture, Sanisa, to get into an FABM, IIM Ahmedabad's FABM program, you will still need only 90 percentile. And FABM program of IIM Ahmedabad is very, very good. Or the ABM program of IIM Lucknow, extremely good. And the placements are similar to the normal PGP program. So therefore, again, we will look at one by one. The issue here is not just one thing. And you can ask any questions, guys, Pawan, but don't get into nitty-gritties. See, I am not saying this is, what if something will happen, Pawan? Are you saying nobody will get into tough people? Are you saying that there will be a problem with those kind of case? So don't worry about that, whether it is tougher state board, bad state board, good state board kind of things. Try understanding that you can make it, provided you start preparing for it. Of all these things, the CAT exam is definitely high. And if somebody asks a question, frankly, Snehal, is there a chance of getting postponed? 5 months later the exam is, are you bothered about it now, really? Do you really have to bother about it now, Snehal? Can you not open the books and start preparing? And if the exam gets postponed, it will only help you. What I feel sad about, and this is true for a lot of us, in the world, is that you are always worried about what if. अरे जो करना है वो तो किया क्या? Try doing what is important. Don't wait for some goddamn thing to happen. If you do it correctly, and if you have chance, it's going to be true for anybody and everybody. If there is no such, if you bank on postponement of the exam, and the exam happens on 29th of November, you are doomed. But are the 5 months enough? That is what I'm trying to say. 5 months are more than sufficient if you really prepare. Everything else. See, did you ever know last December that we're going to get into COVID in this kind of a situation? Even on March 22nd, when we had a Janta curfew, we had no goddamn clue that, boss, we will still be sitting at home in June 29th. Correct? What are you worried about? If you want to be a great manager, if you want to be a great leader, if you want to be really a person who wants to look at the next 40, 35 years of career to grow, what you need to realize is, make yourself at a position, you come to that position where you can utilize any opportunity that comes your way. Okay? And once you reach, again, Achal Sadashivan, if you have this institute final selections, ARCS will answer that question. First and foremost, I am saying, you are jumping the gun, guys. You are jumping the gun. First, get through somewhere. Then we can discuss. But try to get through all the top ones institutes kind of things. Okay? I am not going to, again, may I request all of you not to ask individual questions right now. If you want to have individual questions, Mr. Manu Abraham, who's the director at Career Launcher Pune, will help you as you go along. Don't worry about that. Okay, let me continue with this, so that otherwise I will keep doing it. These are the profile scores that I've talked about already. And various stage 1, various institutes take a different kind of profile. So if everybody asks, what about my profile? What about this profile? What about that profile? Don't bother about it. If you want, you need to pay me for that. Every 1,000 rupees, we'll do this also. But right now is the time to prepare. And then each one of you, and I can guarantee you, because I've seen that for 20 years, each and every one of you will have a chance to get into one or the other of the top institutes, depending on either your profile or your CAT scores. That is what you need to look at it. And various good schools are there in the A+ category, A category, etc. kind of things. For you to figure out whether you really believe whether your profile is good enough or not good enough, whether you can get into an IIM, not get into an IIM, whether you will be shortlisted or not shortlisted, I have given you a link here, which is what we have in Career Launcher called a Profilizer. This Profilizer, when you give all information correctly, throws up your chance of getting or not getting. And if you are able, if you have to get into an institute, it will also tell you what percentile you need to get there. Okay? You need to decide, boss, what is your goal, depending on which category of institutes that you want to make it. That is going to be the first fundamental plan as far as you are moving around is concerned. The next thing, of course, is how do we understand this exam? So the two parts I've talked about. We've talked about why MBA is important. 2, we discussed about whatever your profile, you can make it. Then before you can make it, we need to understand what is it that I have to make it kind of things. What's the kind of understanding of CAT that you need to have? We'll talk about how many questions are there, what are the percentiles required, what are the scores required for each of the percentiles. And lastly, I will talk about how many hours of preparation is required and how in CL Pune, we can help you to get into this wonderful institutes as these 5 months go by. Okay? So here is what important thing for you to look at. The CAT 2019 paper, and very likely that the exam will be very similar to the CAT 2020 will be very similar with the pattern as the 2019 or 18 or 17 or 16. 2019 specifically was more, verbal section was a little more trickier than the 2018 or 17 sections. It was more trickier, means therefore it was more tougher. The verbal, the quant and the DI were slightly easier than the 2018 or 17 papers. You will always find this in exams, that if one section is given slightly tougher, some other section is automatically given slightly easier. You will have to make do in all of them. There is no doubt about it. You will have to fight in all 3 of them, in all the 3 sections. But if something is difficult for you, it will be difficult for everybody else too. If and only if you can understand this and keep it in your mind, when you are attempting, you will not panic. One of the biggest reasons why people don't make it to the IIMs is not because of lack of knowledge. Each one of you if I give you this paper instead of 3 hours, I give you for 6 hours, you will probably be able to get, all of you can get 99 plus percentile. All of you can get 99 plus percentile. However, we don't have 6 hours, we have only 3 hours. So despite the ability to solve, the speed of solving will make a huge difference. When I'm talking about speed of solving, it's not just speed of solving, even the mental ability. Please understand, CAT is a mental ability paper, not really a quantitative ability, verbal ability, data interpretation. Of course there is data interpretation in it. Of course there is logical reasoning. But please realize, it is like going into a World Cup final. A very easy, straightforward full toss you get in a cricket match, and instead of hitting it for a 6, you are conservative and hit it for a boundary or a 1 or 2 runs. Why? Because you are afraid of failing. More than anything else about entrance examinations of the type of CAT, it is the fear of failing which goes for a toss, which is the reason why people falter than the paper itself being really, really difficult. The paper is not really difficult. It appears more difficult than it is when you are sitting in that 3 hours. So the preparation that we tell you throughout the classes and throughout the mocks that we take you is to overcome this fear. Mental makeup in the classes, when the faculty members kinds of not only teaches you on the topics, but also kinds of tells you how to kind of become more stronger mentally, disciplined in your exam. And that is the reason why probably will help you. This verbal RC has 34 questions. DILR has 32 questions, and your quantitative ability has 34 questions in the paper, just for information kind of things. And let's very broadly look at the last 3 years analysis. If you look at CAT 2018 and 17, you will see something very, very simple. 99 percentile is 150 marks approximately. Remember, I told you 99 percentile when I was talking about IIM Indore, it is not more than 155, 158. And if you look at raw score for each of the individual sections, it is clear that verbal RC was difficult in 2019. LRDI was easier in 2019 as compared to these 2 years, and CAT, the quantitative section, was easier than 2018 in 2019. The level of difficulty changes plus or minus 2-3 marks, 2-3 questions in every year. Very difficult to predict, but what can you predict is it will hover around the same 150-160 range if you are talking about a 99 percentile. That will not change majorly, and that is what makes this CAT exam a predictable exam. The predictable exam. Okay. What we will also see, we have a couple of questions also coming. Yeah, the syllabus is same, Ritik, but the level of difficulty will be lower. Yes, sectional percentiles does matter, Shriyash. And one last question before I continue. Snehal, how do I keep myself calm if I start panicking? That is where I think we will spend time on it also in our classes, Snehal. Don't worry about that. Okay? But more than anything else, you need to realize one thing, guys. How do you keep yourself calm even now? How to keep calm is to tell yourself that you're good first. No, it doesn't matter, Pranjal. To get a 90 percentile score, to get in verbal ability a 90 percentile score, you might have to just get a 15, 16 net corrects. That means if you get 15 correct, 0 wrong, this will give you 45 marks. Because every question is +3 and every mistake is -1. If you get 16 correct, you can afford to get 3 mistakes. If you get 17 correct, you can afford to get 6 mistakes. If you get 18 correct, you can afford to get 9 mistakes. You get 19 correct, you can afford to make 12 mistakes. Or if you get 20 correct, you can afford to make almost 15. Of course, in this case, 14 wrongs you will still make a 99 percentile. Sorry, 90 percentile. So the bare minimum, if you want to get, you can make 1/3 errors, more than 1/3 errors, and still comfortably clear the cutoff. Obviously, that will not be enough. If you want a 99 percentile, you need to get better. And that's where you start. That's all I'm saying. Most of us will be better off if we start immediately. Similar is the case if you notice for DI also. If you look at it, just doing 10 out of 32 questions, 10 out of 32 questions will be good enough to get a 90 percentile. Or 17 questions out of 32. 17 questions out of 32. That is 51 marks. More than sufficient to get a 99 percentile. And it will be more if the paper is tougher. And so is the case for quantitative ability. This is something which I'm going to spend a little time on. You know, arithmetic, which is what all of us have done. Arithmetic, which is what all of us done in our schools, 8th, 9th and 10th schools. You know, that 8th, 9th and 10th arithmetic, around 13 to 14 questions come in this. Then there is an algebra, which is about 9 to 11 questions. And then you have geometry mensuration, about 5 to 7 questions. And you have numbers, about 4 to 5 questions. And others, maybe 1 to 2 questions. Now just think about this. Just think about it. If you want to get a 95 percentile, especially the last, this was an aberration. It was a very easy paper. You get 14 correct on an average. And that means one single section properly. Of course, you will not be able to do it only one single section. But even if you do only one single section called arithmetic properly and completely properly, and you have 60 minutes for this, remember this. I'm not saying leave the others up. Please don't mistake this. That would be suicidal. But theoretically, if you are good in basic arithmetic, you can get your 95 percentile. Friends, 5 months to go, and I will show you what are the areas to work on. 5 months to go is a long time. If you start preparing, you can easily ace this exam. Easily ace this exam. Okay? I am going to take a couple of questions. Very simple questions. These are original CAT questions which have come in. CAT actual questions which have come in the last 2-3 years. Look at this. This was one question. If you need to know the basics, of course. The mean of 15 distinct natural numbers is 13. 15 into 13. Therefore, sum of these 15 numbers will be 15 13s are 195. What is the maximum possible value of the largest of the numbers? If you want the one number should be the largest, all other numbers should be the lowest, and they're all natural numbers. So you can start with 1, 2, 3. We want 15 numbers. We will take it till 14, and then one last number, which is whatever that may be. What is the sum of these numbers? Those of you know this is nothing but the sum of 14 numbers will be 14 into 15 by 2. What is this equal to? 107. Once you know 105. If the sum of first 14 numbers is 105, one more number, which is the 15th number, what should I add to get 195, which is the sum of all the numbers? Answer is clearly 90. Now, this question was there in last year's paper. My point is, if you know basics, absolute basics, you will get your answer. Yes, Mahesh, it's very much possible if you start. Don't worry about that. The second thing, this is another beautiful question which was given in 2 years back. The sum of 10 distinct natural numbers is 7. S. M is the maximum of those numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, again I'll take it till 9, plus M. This entire sum is equal to S. M is the maximum of all the numbers. And S by M is an integer. S by M is an integer. This has to be an integer. What would be the minimum value? Now clearly this 1 to 9 is 45. So you are saying 45 plus M by M should be an integer. M cannot be 0. M cannot be 1. So therefore S by M, this is my S by M, this cannot be 1. What is the next best value? Just think about it. If I put it as 45, what will I get? Answer will be 2. This is my answer. Intuitively you will get these answers. Intuitively you will get these answers if you only know how to solve it. And this is where learning, solving question by question will become easier. Even those of you who are not from the math background, when you look at these kind of questions, you will leave. But don't leave. He is asking range of x. Something if I put x will be greater than 0. Something if I put x will be less than 0. Now look at the choices. This is when looking at the choices helps. Okay, this is it, this is it, this is it. In all of these, I will start with the easiest thing, x is equal to 0. If I put x is equal to 0 in this one, 0 plus 0 minus 27. Minus 27 is not greater than 0. So x cannot be 0. X cannot be 0. Here it is correct. X cannot be 0 in this case. The moment x cannot be 0, A cannot be this, C cannot come, D cannot come, because 0 is involved in this. My answer is choice. And this is an original CAT question. And in the last 3 years it has been given. People did not solve this question because they thought it was a goddamn, inequalities question. It doesn't matter. And I'm not saying all the questions will be like that. But in any exam, which I have seen for the last 30 years, minimum 8 to 12 questions, 1/3 questions will be, or 1/4 to 1/3 questions are of that nature. And that is the reason why, if you start preparing, and it will not, this will not strike you in the exam if you go straight away. You need to look at these questions again and again so that you will become comfortable with it. You can improvise as you go along kind of things. Yes, Ansh? Absolutely. So anyway, 11:19. Okay, this is again another question. Once again, lots of people will leave this question. If I were you, I would put x is equal to 0. If I put x is equal to 0, this entire thing will be 0 plus 16, root of 16 is 4. So this will be 4, this will be 4. These two can get out. Then I'll put x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 into 3 into 5 into 7 plus 16. 7 5s are 35, 35 3s are 105, 105 plus 16 is 121. Under root 121 is 11. I need 11 as the answer. If I put x is equal to 1 here, 1 plus 8 plus this is 13. So cannot be the answer. 1 plus 4 plus 5. This is the answer. Choice B is the answer for this also. I'm not saying all the questions. I'm just giving you sincere advice that this ability to solve also will come to you if you prepare very, very well. If you don't prepare, this speed will not come in. It's like this. If those of you are players, let's say table tennis players or badminton players or a football players or a cricket players or whatever else, there is something called a muscle memory. It comes to you automatically because of a lot of practice. If you don't have that, for example, I remember I play a lot of table tennis. If the ball is on the left hand side, the ball is on the left hand side of mine, automatically I know how to react to that because of the way in which I will use my hand. In the initial stages, I was not good in my backhand at all. All that I did was become much more stronger in my backhand. And when somebody hits on the left side, the reflex is so fast automatically. The reflex is so fast automatically. And that reflex comes in because of practice. It's not because of intelligence. It's not because of knowledge. It is talked about Sachin Tendulkar that his reflexes are a shade faster than the rest of them. Not because he is talented. It is because he has become talented because he has put in so much of effort that he can see the ball at least 2 seconds before probably the rest of the world can see. And that's why he amassed so many runs. And so is now Virat Kohli doing it. I think the whole idea, my friends, is to kind of put in that effort. I'm saying 5 months is more than sufficient. I'm leaving it one more question. I will leave this here. But what I'm trying to explain is very, very simple. Don't give reasons and excuses for this. However, if you feel that, look, you are still not strong, don't worry about it. If you are not thinking of CAT 20, at least start preparing for CAT 21. For example, Mahesh, you're saying I'm a vernacular, I'm afraid whether I'll make it or not. No problems. So what? Start preparing 1.5 years. In a career spanning 40 years, 1 year is not going to make a difference. So therefore, gap year, this year, that year doesn't make any difference. Please do that is what I would say. Please start is what I would say. Here is where I'm going to look at the preparation plan. Okay? How to crack this CAT in 150 days. That's 155 days to be precise actually. Let's look at it one by one. Manu, I'm sorry I'm not giving you a chance to talk. But if you have to speak anything, please come in kind of things. That's the problem with teachers like me. हम बात करते रहते हैं. ठीक है? अच्छा, CAT syllabus. Somebody asked just now, how do I prepare for verbal ability? First, you need to understand what are the English essentials. Your English essentials are vocabulary, grammar, and reading speeds. How do you prepare? See, only writing mocks, only writing tests will not help. Those things have to be done. But in addition, if one can improve vocabulary in the next 150 days, each of you can improve nothing less than 750 words. Nothing, minimum 5 words a day. Then reading speeds. Let's say today reading speeds you have are 150 words per minute. Can you take it to 250 or 300 words per minute? These two you can do if and only if you spend 15 to 30 minutes every day in improving these areas. Forget about RC, forget about para jumbles, forget about everything else. Build your basics. It's like dangle. You know, you want to become a wrestler, what you need to become? Build stamina first. Then the techniques will help. Techniques will not help on its own. Exactly what I'm telling you. All the techniques I've just shown you for quant, they will only help because I know the basics. If I don't know the basics, any technique is of no use. It's of no use at all. Please understand that. Okay. In this, of course, the exam will have verbal ability wise para jumbles, odd para jumbles and para summary. I'll tell you in the next few slides how to prepare for that. Similarly, in reading comprehension, the questions which come in or the passages which come in are from these areas: business and economy, science. Incidentally, the business and science alone are 50% of the passages. 50% of the passages are business and science alone. Okay, so which means to say you need to prepare. And where do you read it from? Where do you get it from? Here is what I'm saying. Editorials of the Times of India or the Hindu, a Telegraph, Economic Times, the Mint, it doesn't matter. 2 editorials a day. And various RC sources that I've given you here. BBC, Smithsonian Magazine, The Economist, The New Yorker, The Times. I am not even saying daily do it, yeah. Can you do half an hour a day for the next 150 days? Half an hour a day for the next 150 days? If you can, I think you will make it comfortably. Similarly, LRDI. What is there in this? You need to know 150 days are there. How many topics are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 topics. 150 days. And then you have logical reasoning. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 plus 9. 18 topics. 150 days are there. Can you do every day 2, 3? Not immediately, but at least after let's say July is over, August or September onwards, every day can you do 3 passages, 3 sets, 4 sets? Over the next 90 days, you do so many of them, you will do 360 sets. More than sufficient for you to make it. More than sufficient for you to make it. And where do you do it from? Obviously, our mocks, our papers, funda books, and our topic tests, and the class sheets that we give you. And similarly, quant syllabus. It has arithmetic, it has algebra, it has number theory, it has geometry. These are the 4 big areas which I talked about. And then there is a modern maths as well as a miscellaneous areas. Miscellaneous, maybe 0 questions or 1 question can come in. Even modern maths, there could be 2 questions, maximum will be 3 questions. Probability doesn't come in CAT, probability comes in XAT and other exams. Once again, given that I have 150 days, this is more than sufficient for you to do it, provided you do it in a very systematic manner. Even if you take 3 hours for each section, each area, this is 7 areas, this is 20 to 30 hours it will take you. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into 3 areas, that's again 20 hours it will take you. This again, let's say, take you 10 hours. This will take you, let's say, 20 hours. This will, let's say, take you 10 hours. And let's say there's 5 hours. So 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 100 hours. You would do it 1 round. Into 200 hours. You will be very, very comfortable to get the 98, 95 percentile. I'm not still saying you'll get 99.9. If you want to get 99.9, you will need a slightly higher effort. But this effort of basics can get you a 95 to 99 percentile. However pathetic you are in CAT, however you starting today itself, even if you are from a non-math background. That is what I'm saying. Start today. The earlier you start, the better for you. Remember, we have 3,600 days. Last 7 days, I'm not even counting. How can you give 400 hours, guys? Can you give 400 hours? If you can, this is what I want you to do. July, August, up to September, till middle of September, you will do your concepts. You will start your mock test right away, but mock test and analysis also you'll require time. Can you give 2 hours a day and 4 hours on Saturday, Sundays? 18 hours per week possible? If you can do this now, it can keep improving very, very comfortably. 22 weeks, 18 hours is approximately 400 hours. You will need 200 for concepts and 200 for your tests, including analysis of the mock test. Please understand this, including and the test sheet. This is not difficult. You know, people think it is difficult, but it's not difficult. But anyway, you will have to take a decision because you are an individual in that sense. Verbal ability, how do you prepare? The focus is improving reading speeds, improving the comprehension skills. This will happen with your vocabulary and varied reading. And of course, para jumbles and para summary will have to improve. The key factors are clearly practice. No doubt about it. And somewhere from September onwards, I would expect you to put in a lot more effort doing 5 RCs per day. Can you do that? Great. And the idea is to try to do all questions in this exam, in this section. That's the strategy for verbal and reading comprehension. What about data interpretation? Can you finish once again concepts? By starting with very, very basic puzzles. And then do not try to, this is one mistake lots of people make. You know, they try to make a differentiation between LR and DI. Don't why. Both of them will have sets. So try to see them as all puzzles. And we will figure out this one. I'll leave it here for the moment, but there are various strategy building exercises which we'll talk about. One method is this. There are many methods in which you can do it, where we will take up something called test taking strategies, specifically to help you to improve and ace your DI section. And the last one is your quantitative section, where once again I'm expecting that the basic trinity of algebra, arithmetic, and numbers can be finished. If you can spend 10 minutes on speed calculation, it will be really, really useful. The key factors is to solve as many original CAT questions as possible and try attempting 20 plus questions in the exam. Again, strategy building, we will take it up as we come closer. It's 1 hour. I told you I will do 45 minutes. I've taken 1 hour. We will answer a lot of questions as we go along, guys. But suffice it to say, and Manu, if you can add after I finish talking about this, is if you start today, it is more than sufficient for you to get there. Okay? And this is the final strategy that I have. You start, let's say on 15th August. On 15th August, worst case scenario, can you reach somewhere around 50 to 60 attempts with a 60% accuracy? Then you reach somewhere around 70 attempts by the time you come to 30th October. And if you can get 80% accuracy on 70 attempts, if you can get 80% accuracy on 70 attempts, you will get a 99% life. 70 attempts, 80% accuracy, you can easily get it. So take it step by step. Take a step-by-step method and you will improve comfortably. You will improve comfortably. And what do we do? How do we help? We have a lot of programs. My friends, in Pune. In fact, Manu, if you can now speak about it, I think it will be great. About what we do and how and where all we do it, apart from, of course, online right now, blended.
Yeah. So thank you, Akshar, for a wonderful insight that you have given. And thank you very much for taking out time to educate Pune students and also for giving them a study plan for the next 5 months. I'm really sure that this mantra would really help our Pune students. Thank you, sir. So moving forward, for CAT, we have batches for CAT 20 as well as for CAT 21. So for CAT 20, if you see, we have weekend batches. The timing is set in such a way that even if there is someone who is working, he would be able to attend these batches. So it is Saturday evening 4 to 8, Sunday evening 4 to 8. Just 4 hours on Saturday and 4 hours on Sunday. And Monday to Friday, you would be focusing on your mocks, you would be focusing on your sectional test. We have a program called as mentorship, wherein one mentor would be allocated to you. So you can get in contact with your mentor and you can visit the center by taking a prior appointment. Even now, students are visiting the center by taking an appointment and they come and meet the mentors. That would be really helping you to grow your mock scores, to analyze your scores, right? Same way, we have a weekday batch. This time we have planned the weekday batch at 8:30 to 10:30 p.m. so that even a student who is attending any online classes or a working professional can attend this batch. It's a special batch, 8:30 to 10:30 p.m., which would start from 1st of July. The weekend batch is starting from 4th of July. Okay. For people who are targeting CAT 21, okay, for them there's a new batch which we are launching 29th July. It would be 4 to 6 p.m. is the time slot for that. Okay. So it would be initially Monday, Wednesday, Friday. As course progresses, that would be Monday to Friday. So due to this seminar, we have kept a discount and offer price. Every time when we do a mega seminar, we always keep some discount which we get from the head office. So as of now, our fees is 30K for CAT 20 and the offer price till end of the month is 20K. Same for weekend and weekday batch for CAT 20. And if you look at CAT 21, our offer price is 30K. And this would be till this end of the month. Also, I'm just pinging you my phone number, my team's phone number, email address and everything to you. Okay. So you can always get in touch with me, call me directly, or you can email me. So we have a core team, myself, Madhu Abraham, then we have Viraj Thomas and Sanjay Sir. All we three are experienced and teaching MBA students for almost a week. I'm just sending you my details. I hope you see on your chat window.
I have put it on the screen also, Manu, for yours. I hope this is the number.
Yes. Okay, so that is my contact number. You have my email address as well. And in case if it's not reachable or anything, you can get in touch with Viraj Thomas and Sanjay Pandey, sir.
Okay. So,
Any questions that I
any
have?
questions?
I think we can take it up. Guys, please do write to us if you require, or message Manu sir. Whatever feedback you have about this session also, I'll be very happy if you can share it on your social media too. It will be very good. Varun is asking, I have 88% in 10th, 90% in 12th, but in graduation I have 57.4. Will I be shortlisted for interviews for IIMs? See, 57.4, I am assuming you are a general category student. You will not be shortlisted most probably for both Ahmedabad and Lucknow. All others, they don't take the degree scores, hence you will have a chance. Yeah, even otherwise, you will still have a chance. We also take up Sriyash Yadav. Apart from CAT, we also train you for CET in Pune. How much gap is acceptable after graduation before getting into MBA? Any number. There are people who have gap of 8 years also. I know, in fact, when a student with 8 years, he had a gap. 2 years he was doing something. Then 6 years he wrote the UPSC exam, did not clear it. He was 29 or 30 years old, still got into an MBA. IIM I'm talking about. So there is zero to anything for that matter.
Yeah, I see Pranav is asking, is the course online? Pranav, as of now, the course would be online, and as soon as the lockdown opens or the government gives the permission for the education institute to open up, we'll start with offline classes.
New IIMs, Varun, there are no issues kind of things. No new issues. Snehal, 86 in 10, 73 in 12 with no experience. No problem, Snehal. Very decent. Don't worry about that. Shweta, sir, I was just my second year, so when should I start preparing? Yes, Shweta, you should go into 2021. You are in engineering, right? If you are an engineer, then you should start preparing right away for the 2021. We will take you through, because we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think along with training you for CAT, I think Manu and his team will also help you in building your profile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, but if you're BCom, then you can, if from second year you're going to third year, you can also write this year's exam. Pratik Chandra, that you can decide when you get there, yeah. You can get into marketing and or this thing depending on, your interest really. At this stage, no point in even thinking of whether you're interested or not. At this stage, you should go with a very, very open idea. Shreya, Jeff, 65% in 12th is fine. Chance SP Jain, very difficult because of your 65% in 12th. You can go ahead and give it for, and chance for IIMs are very high. Don't worry about it, Shreya Kulkarni. Afia Patan, we give you the books. Don't worry about it. We have our own modules. We have tailor-made it for CAT. That will make better for you. Ujjwal, 91, 10, 71 in 12. No problems, yaar, kar sakte ho. No issues, Varun. How to decide which special? Again, told you Harshvardhan. This is not the time. The good thing about an MBA is the first year is common for everybody. And you will do a lot of projects, seminars, and even case studies. That is when you will realize whether you can make it or not make it. Okay? So, Harshvardhan Kajale, you decide what specialization only after finishing your first year in general, or at least the second trimester or third trimester is over kind of thing. Very decent chances if you get a very good score, Varun. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Om Rasal, you will have no chance for Ahmedabad and Bangalore, frankly. Yes, for C, yes, you have a chance if you get a good CAT percentile, and that is 99.7 by the way. Ayush Raut, yes, you can, except in IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Bangalore. 78% and IIM Indore. These three you will not get it, Ayush Raut. 87 percentile is close to something like 110 marks who are huge scope for improvement, yeah. Huge scope. You can go to 99 plus percentile. Kuldeep, you are eligible for writing CAT. Sumit Ingale, can you give study material? Of course we can give study material. What do you mean by that? That's what we are here for, to help you. MDI, no problems for that at all. Diploma is not an issue at all. It will not affect anything, Disha. Galaxy Tab, I don't know what your real name is. You should write in CAT 2020 this year. Mansi, what if I have 85%? What do you have? You should tell me, Miss Mansi Gupta. What if I have 85 in 10th and 12th, hope to score 85 to 90 in what all colleges should apply? All the colleges in IIMs also will kind of give you a chance. Plus MDI, SP Jain, IIT Delhi for that matter, NMIMS, SIBM, quite a lot of institutes are there, Mansi Gupta. Yes, Pratik Chandra, you can continue to be the online classes because one batch will go online even in Pune for that. Not an issue at all.
Yeah.
GDAPI sessions will be in Jan, Feb, guys. By then, 99.9% we will be doing it in FC Road and or online also, both ways. So that also we will take care. Mahesh, any Google AdWords certification, you should take it up. 90, 93, very poor at maths. Dhriti, start preparing, Dhriti Srivastava. Prathamesh is asking for this thing. Please talk to Manu sir and he will help you.
Yep.
Yes, Ayushi Chaudhary, perfectly fine. Shubham, 49 in 12th is a problem. You will not be able to get into a lot of top IIMs at least. Yes, Atharva. I think, Manu, this includes that, right?
Yes. It is including everything, all the exams.
Right. Shweta is asking where the class is located in Pune.
Pune, we have 3 centers, FC Road, Aund and Bund Garden. As of now, it is online. Once the centers open up, you can choose the center that you like.
Yeah, Shubham, if you have work experience, it will add to your profile value. Guys, Chaitanya, Sanisa, Shubhangi, guys, whatever your background is, there are 50 colleges, good colleges. Somebody will take with higher profile, somebody will take with lower profile, somebody will take with only CAT score, somebody will take with only profile like SPGen. So you will have all chances, my friends. The idea here is, whatever it is, speak to Manu sir, Viraj sir, Ram is there?
Ram is also there. Yeah.
So Ram sir, these are all very, very seasoned guys. They will do a one-on-one counseling with you. Speak to, message them, send a WhatsApp message, whether you like it, and they will set up a meeting with you. If you cannot go on to FC Road or on we can also do it online to a Zoom kind of thing. Okay? That's wonderful. I think all of you read me. You can also get it. Yeah. Problem ही नहीं है यार. देखो, एक दो institutes नहीं मिलेगा because if you have 12th में bad score, but that doesn't matter. There are 30, if two institutes don't give you, 20 other institutes will give you. That is one thing we'll look at. Yes, Ritik Pandey, CET syllabus is very similar. One area extra will be is visual reasoning. That also will be taught for CET specifically. CET के लिए we charge extra something?
There is an extra charge for CET, 2,000 extra.
Yeah, that is what. Ritik Pandey, if you want to take CAT plus CET, it will be 2,000 extra, which will include the CET mocks.
Yeah.
Anmol, new IIMs you can get it. The old IIMs will be very difficult. Chaitanya, if you prepare for CAT, automatically your final year placements will become easier. Take my word for this. Dhriti, I have given you the list. I am Ahmedabad, I am Bangalore, I am Lucknow, I am Indore. These are the 4 main institutes which will take the profiles, and SP Jain. These are the 5 very, very big institutes which will take for consideration. Extremely good, Ayushi. NMIMS Finance is very good. And SP Jain also. SP Jain is fantastic, in fact. I think a lot of questions. Good. NITI is gives you a postgraduate diploma in industrial management. It has the #1 supply chain management program, Shubham. Along with it, of course, you can get into marketing, finance, BFSI, all the areas also. But if you are very keen on supply chain management, NITI will be really #1, operations that is. Ayush, extracurricular activities are only good when you go into the interview. That will not add to the profile. It will add to the overall value when you go into an interview. Yes, Chaitanya Chaudhary, if you are a person who is into stock markets, in the interview it will help you majorly, because they can ask you, oh, tell me top 5 best trades that you can make for the next 1 year and why types kind of things. Yes, Pratik Chandra, CAT coaching includes NMAT, XAT, SNAP and TISNET. What it will not completely include, for which you need to pay extra, is Maharashtra CET exam. You can also opt for GMAT, and that will be another 10,000 or 15,000 extra, which will also be there. Chaitanya, you can start sometime next month, yeah, not before that. First, start finishing your basic preparation. I'll start your